can do this. My name is Leanne Lake, and it's February 8th, 2016. I'm a mother of one son. His name's Benjamin Duncan Sherman. He was born on September 29th, 1998. And this is my story. I'm doing this video because I really don't know what else to do at this point. I'm lost. I feel like I want to blow up, and I don't want to do that because I don't want to cause any problems for my son. But I'm really struggling. I mean, I can't sleep at night. I've been sick a couple times because of stress. You know, passed out a few times, had to go to the hospital. I'm not looking for sympathy. I'm looking for help. I don't know what to do. My son and I were together for 15 years in Michigan. That's where I'm from. I now live in Casper, Wyoming. And his dad was never really around. And when he was around, he was drunk, smoking pot, doing pills. He really, when I first found out that he was pregnant, he didn't want anything to do with him. He wanted me to get an abortion. And through the years, on and off, I mean, he'd come around because I pushed him on him. If it wasn't for me, he wouldn't even know his son at all. And then when he did take his son, it was like every other weekend, and sometimes on the weekends, he wouldn't even get him till late Friday night or Saturday morning. And then when he did get him, he pawned him off on his mother, Cheryl, or his sister, Laura. And they were the always ones watching him when Benjamin was a baby. And, I mean, he'd come to his birthday parties, but he never offered to help pay. Like, my family had to pay for everything. It's just been an on and off battle. You know, never-ending battle. And I might have hated the guy, and I'm not perfect. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm perfect, because nobody is. I made my mistakes. I wasn't the perfect person with him when I was living with him. I wasn't the perfect mom. I did make mistakes. But I thought his dad changed. You know, that's why I let him move here to Wyoming with his dad. I thought his dad changed. I'm like, he's got a good job, you know. He seems like he's changed. He really wants his son. He seems like he really loves his son, you know. My son needs his dad. I get it. At the time I was struggling. I wasn't doing really well financially and just all around. It was the hardest day of my life. I mean, letting my son go 19 hours away. I mean, it just killed me inside. I was lost, walking around in circles, literally in my apartment for 3 months. Just depressed. Just completely depressed. Well, I decided in my mind that I needed a change. I've never been out of Michigan my whole life. I've been wanting to move out of Michigan. And my son's senior year was coming up. He moved when he was a junior. He's a senior now. So I'm like, well, I want to move to be near my son because it's his senior year and it's an important year and I've never missed anything. I mean, I was always a very involved mom. Sitting there playing trains with him for hours on the floor. His friends over come to my house, you know. They called me mom. I mean, that's just the way it was. You know, and I made my mistakes. I'm not saying I was perfect. But the point of the story is that even though I never had a lot of money or whatever, I always loved him very much. And he was my life. And maybe that was part of my problem. I'm trying to cry. I've been crying for months. I'm so sick of crying. But I'm very emotional. And he was all I had. So yeah, maybe I was too attached. And maybe I still am. And I'm too protective of him. But I don't know. It's just the way I am. I don't mean to be this way, but it's just hard. Anyway, I decided to come to Wyoming, and I came here. I left on May 10th and got here the day after Mother's Day, which was May 11th. And the first time I seen my son, you know, he wasn't very welcoming to me. Didn't have open arms. He was actually kind of rude, and it really hurt my feelings, you know. And my best friend had driven me here, because I can't drive for worth of crap. I don't know, it's just anxiety, you know. Anxiety disorder. Sucks. And, so he drove me here, whatever, and I thought, okay, well, he hadn't seen me in a year, you know, it's just weird, I get it. But then he was like, well, my dad and stepmom don't want any problems, and we have to do things this way, and we have to do things this way, and I was like, okay. I was like, okay, well, just let it go, you know, I just got here. Let's see what happens. So, about a few days after I got here, my best friend was still here, thank God. And they wanted to meet at a restaurant to talk about things about Benjamin. So I was like, fine. I was really nervous about it, but I was genuine. Like, even though she has a bad rap for being mean and controlling, I was like, this is the fresh start. I'm not here to get my son's dad back. I'm not here to ruin their marriage. I'm here for my son. I'm not gonna lie, for years I wanted him back, but now looking back, it wasn't that I wanted him. I wanted the family. I never wanted to be a single mom. I mean, it sucks. It really sucks. But I did the best I could at the time. I did the best I could, and I think I'm a great mom. My son's growing up to be a really good kid. He doesn't do anything drug-wise or drink. Doesn't get in any trouble. He hangs out with kids that are like him. He's getting straight A's in school. He's very, has morals. He has, manners. I mean, he's an amazing kid. And I give myself credit for that. Well, after that, Kevin left to go back home to Michigan, and I was here staying in a hotel because I couldn't get in the apartment I wanted because I didn't have a job. So I stayed in a hotel. I didn't think I'd be in a hotel that long. I didn't think it was a big deal because it was a nice hotel, extended stay hotel. It had a kitchenette and everything. So when my son would come to visit me, I give him the bed, and I slept on an air mattress. It was fine. It wasn't that bad. Well, the stepmom was against it. She was trying to say, well, I don't want him staying there at the hotel. That's not a place for a kid. And here it is summertime, so what does it really matter anyway? It was a nice hotel. Nobody could get in after 10 o'clock. Clean. There's nothing wrong with it. Oh, there's a bunch of weirdos here. Well, there's a bunch of weirdos everywhere you go. Whether you live in Hollywood or, the sticks. It's good people and bad people, like everywhere you go. I mean, back in Michigan, his dad lived in a trailer, which there's nothing wrong with him. I lived in one too. But my point is that it was filthy, disgusting, gross. So I don't know who he thinks he is. I don't understand. I don't understand any of this. I don't know why this is going on. My point is that all the time I never kept his dad from him. I was the one who pushed him on him, like I said. So I get here with open arms. We go meet at dinner. And me and Kevin and Pilar, that's the stepmom's name. And I sat down and I was like, oh, and that's when I really realized I really don't have feelings for this man anymore. I was like, fine. I was open arms with her. I even apologized for my part in anything I did. I said, I'm sorry I didn't give you a chance. Like, I was genuine. I was really genuine, and things just went downhill from there. And I've been here for 9 months. And I just feel like I'm going to have a nervous breakdown. I tried to get legal aid, but there's nothing available. I don't have much money. I've been trying to keep the peace for my son, but it's really hard because they're keeping me from him. I only get to see him every other weekend, which is hard for me because I'm not used to that, okay, fine, I accepted that. Now they won't even let me pick my own son up from school. But back in August, they let him stay for a week with me because they went to Sturgis to go party down. They didn't mind that. And over Christmas break, he stayed with me for a week. But they won't let me pick him up from school. They won't let him stay here longer than the weekend, every other weekend. They kept me from going to his parent-teacher conferences because they took too long. I'm supposed to, my son's in choir, so when I go to his concerts, I have to go after them and sit behind them. And the first concert we went to, I moved up because honestly I couldn't see. I didn't have my glasses on. That's the only reason why I moved up. And I feel like I'm the stepmom, like she's taking over my son. And the dad didn't even do anything about it. I don't understand. I just don't get it. It's like, I don't know why they're doing this to me. And everybody's told me, the people that care about me and know me, that this is wrong. And they say they're manipulating your son and he's been brainwashed. And like, I believe it, Like the stepmom thinks she's the mom and the dad. And the stepmom's a bully. She's one of the women that are bully, and that's how she gets what she wants. I mean, she's not a good person. Even if she wasn't my son's stepmom, she's not a good person at all. She's not nice, and she's a bully. And she's very controlling, and she's trying to tell me what to do. One of the first weekends I had my son, his dad and I got in an argument, and she called me, and I didn't answer my phone. And then she called my son and said, well, if she doesn't talk to me, I'm coming to pick him up. And it's like, no, you're not. I'm his mom, first of all. And it's my time with my son. And that's how it all started. Because she started it. I did not come here for this. I do not want this. But I don't know what to do. Can't even get a restraining order on her unless, like, I have physical something. I'm not allowed to pick up my son or drop him off at their house because I won't talk to them. Now, if I do what they want, then I can, you know what I mean? It's like, no, I'm not that kind of person. All my life I grew up, I was told to shut up and sit in the corner. Well, I have a voice now, and I'm obviously using it because I'm on this video talking about my story. Because I just feel it needs to come out, because I know there's single moms and dads out there that are probably going through the same thing, or have gone through the same thing, or somebody else that's going through this that maybe I can help, or somebody out there can help me. I don't know. You know, in the state of Wyoming, a kid can choose what parent he wants to live to. I think it's at least 16. And my son tried to tell his dad back in September or whenever it was, and they had a big argument. His dad's like, no, you can't go live there till you graduate high school. And my son's the kind of kid that, well, he's like how I used to be. He won't say anything. He won't stand up for himself because he doesn't want, see, I'm shaking. He doesn't want confrontation. He doesn't want drama. He doesn't want conflict. That's exactly how I used to be. I used to let people walk all over me, control me, bully me, and it's like, I don't want that for my son, you know? And I just don't understand why they're doing this to me, and I don't know what to do because I don't know. There's nothing really I can do. I don't know what to do. And I tried talking to his dad about it. He won't talk to me. I text him. He won't text me back. So there's no communication at all. And the last straw was this past weekend. I find out that my son's going to counseling. And first of all, that should have been discussed between his dad and I. And second of all, he's a minor, so I have a right to know. I'm his mother, for goodness sake. And I weren't told me, and Pilar, the stepmom, and his dad discussed it. They decided that my son was going to go to counseling. And she's the stepmom, and I'm the mom. How is that right? How is that justified? I just don't understand. Sometimes I feel like I made a mistake coming here and I want to go home. And I almost did go back home, but then I'm like, no, I gotta stay and fight for my son. And I'm trying to, but he says he wants to live with his dad because he lived with me all his life. It's like, okay, I get it. And I told him that. I said, fine, you can stay living with your dad. I said, I just want to be able to see you. I said, this is ridiculous. And that's why I'm posting this video, because I just don't know what to do. I need help. I don't know. It's just not fair. It's just ridiculous the way they're treating me. And I've made mistakes, but I'm a really good mother, and I really love my son, and there isn't anything I wouldn't do for him. And his dad has never even acknowledged that. He's never even said, thank you, for raising our son. Thank you for doing such a good job. Nothing. And it's like, I know Pilar's intimidated because I'm here. Because at that dinner in May, she's like, well, why my home state? It's like, it's not about you, Pilar. It's about my son. I came here to be with my son. Like, I left everything in Michigan to come here. I left the man that I love. I left my job. I left everything to come here for my son. And that's why I'm reaching out to you guys today, people all around the world. If you could just hear me, help me, I don't know, something. I don't know what to do, and I pray about it all the time, and it's like I'm not getting answers, or I'm getting answers, I'm not seeing it, I don't know. It's just breaking my heart, because I did not come here for the reasons that they think, and it's just not right. Ben's dad even told my dad, well, she came here to ruin my marriage. It's like, no, I didn't, actually. It sucks. I don't want to see him get a divorce. I don't. Even though I don't like him or her, I won't wish that on anybody. It's not fun. Thank you for listening to my video. My 15 minutes are almost up, so I have to say goodbye. And I guess I'll be posting, tell you what's going on with my son. Thank you, and God bless you.